Hey guys, this is Heat at ModestPips. I'm here to give you a quick take on what I'm seeing on GU and how I plan to execute trades in the coming weeks. So if we start on the weekly time, it doesn't take a genius to see that the price is trending to the downside. If I draw a trend line, you clearly see that the price is gradually going lower and lower. But what may be a little less clear is how the price is creating a bear structure to the downside. And for that, quickly explain, we started here with a high, which came down, created a low, and then it created a lower high, and from there it created a lower low, then creating a lower high, and then after that creating a lower low where we're at now. Since then it's come back up. It hasn't exceeded the previous lower high, so what we assume is this is the area where it's going to start its descent from. Okay, let me quickly remove that. So now if we go to the daily structure, so I'm using the 4-hour chart here because this is what I'm looking at in terms of structure in order to execute my trades. So what you notice is on the daily time frame, the structure is also bearish. So when the weekly and the daily are aligning and having the same direction, that increases our probabilities for profitable trades. Following the last push up, the last high that was created was at this point, and again, if we look at the structure levels, you can see started with a high, created a low, then created a lower high, and then a lower low, and then back up, creating a lower high. On the way down, what we can see is the price distributed before pushing the price all the way back down to the previous demand zone. Now what we'd like to see is the price to accumulate in this area, push the price up to get back some of the liquidity that was created on the push down, go up to one of the supply zones, preferably this one or this one, before it's descent back down. So how do I plan to execute this trade? So when the price pulls back, I've marked 3 levels or areas of interest that I would like to see the price distribute before it starts to come back down. There is a supply zone here, but if it comes to this level and starts distributing, I'll completely ignore it. So this is the first area that I'd be looking at to enter trades. So I'd like to see some sort of distribution being created, maybe some breakout structure, and on the pullback, enter the trade for the price to push down below the daily structure low. If it doesn't do that at this level, then I'll wait for the price to come up to this level and do the same thing. Wait for the price to distribute, break some sort of minor structure, enter on the pullback, and then my stop loss will be above the supply zone, and my take profit will be like at the top of the previous demand zone. And same for the next structure level. So if it doesn't distribute here and give any indication of pushing back down, then I'll wait for it to do that at this level. And if it just distributes at this level, create some sort of breakout structure, I'll enter on the pullback. At this level, with my stop loss above the supply zone, with my take profit down at the previous demand zone. If it extends above and creates a higher high at this level, then I'll just completely ignore the trade. If we enter the trade at this level, what we're looking at is something like a 1 to 10 RR. If we enter the trade at this level, I would be looking at something around a 1 to 11 RR. And the reason why this one is actually a better risk versus reward, is because the stop loss has to be a little higher if it extends up to the previous supply zone. And if we enter at this area, we're looking at a minimum of 1 to 8 risk to reward. So that sums up my analysis for the coming week on GU and what I'm expecting in terms of trade execution. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And just a remark, I don't intend to go into too much detail about smart money concepts. If you want to learn more about institutional candles and supply and demand zones, then I suggest you check out MinFX or TrackFX or Pips of Persia. Those are the guys that I learned these concepts from. So thanks again. Until the next one. Cheers.